Okay guys, we were going to do this whole big production of cutting little slots out of these 1x6s to make room for this little bit there. That way we can get this wood flush up against. But we realized that by just setting the wood right here, the table that we use has hinges, and those hinges will sit right on here and keep the table kind of leaning towards the back. So no sense in cutting those slats to push that wood back, because then we'd have to cut a piece of 2x4 or whatever to tack here to prevent the table from moving forward. So this is going to prevent that, and it's probably going to give us a little more room, or a lot more room, because we're not going to have a piece of that 2x4 sitting here as a block. So plans change. But one of the problems that I did notice, because I've used this over the last week, and one of the problems that I did notice is that when I'm pushing it around, these legs like to move. It causes these boards to move and causes everything to fall off. So we are going to fix that. And we're not going to sand this or anything right now. We're just going to get it. We're going to get it done because we need to put the work in the morning, and we don't want to have to sand it, stain it, poly, everything else. We'll do that next weekend as we get this built. But for now, it's going to be real simple. I did want to kind of cut into this wood to make room for these holes, or these pieces of metal. But I think as long as we line her up here, I mean, the difference in the heights of the boards really isn't that much. She will move a little bit, but we're going to get that taken care of. Okay, and all we're going to do is we're going to put this piece of 2x4 up underneath here to, we're going to put it right up against that that metal bar. So all we're going to do is just set her nice and easy up there. Try to make her flush with the side over here. And I'm not even going to care about that little bump. Just not going to care. Now that was a little off center. So we'll try to center this one up a little bit. That's better. Now of course what we should do is we should go ahead and put the next one up in here. A little more difficult. So that's not hard. And we could have put a countersink in there and made it nice and flush, but well, this is just a just a little stand to put my toolbox on. So little rivets, little bumps above, ain't gonna matter much at all. All right, that one's in. Next up is the other one. That's not overly hard. Now, that is long enough that it's going to create a little bit of a problem with those casters being able to move. All right. Over here. And then we'll go ahead and tack the other side on too, just to have that nice and easy. Probably not gonna be able to do it that way. Okay, we'll do it that way then. That's off center. But it's still going to be okay. Worst case scenario, we could just pull it back out and put it back in the center. But I mean, like I said, this is just a little stand to hold my toolbox and my compressor. And these 2x4s are there to prevent the legs from collapsing in every time I hit a bump. So there you go. We'll unlock this one here. And that should... It is going to catch a little bit on that one. That should prevent those legs from coming in on each other. So as long as they're spread apart like that, they should never collapse inward, right? They should never collapse inward. Okay. So with all the weight on it, we'll show you here that putting this table on. Is gonna be nice. It's gonna sit right there like that, and then of course the compressor can go here, the toolbox can go here, and all that weight will keep this board, this shelf down. And then this nice flat compact profile should fit in my car no problem. Right on top of the table. What do you think? Think it's gonna work for me? Put my air compressor over here, put my toolbox over here, belt right here in the middle, and drink off to the side. And then these two 2x4s will keep that from collapsing on me, which I ran into quite a bit last week. I actually dumped my entire rig twice. Almost dumped it more than that, but I completely dumped it twice. 2 different days. Actually, the one day I almost dumped it completely twice, just on that one store. But I think this will give me the support that I need. Not real worried, because it is sitting at a little bit of an angle, facing back. So I think she'll be good. Just sand her down here sometime and get the standard. She looks pretty, and maybe write my name in it or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll do a video on it though. That way, you can see what I come up with.